Okay, here's the grandma lamp, part 3. We're going to be turning the base of that fire lamp into a regular lamp. And to do that, I got this 3-way lamp kit over here. I already opened it just to look at the parts. There's a lot of things I'm not going to need, like the harp. The harp is really too big even to repair a broken harp I have. That's too bad, I didn't realize. And there's all kinds of finials and funny looking stuff. The little cap on top, I don't need any of that because this isn't going to be that kind of lamp. I mean, it could be. I could theoretically mount it that way, but the problem is I'm doing this in such a non-standard fashion that it's never going to happen. Here's the socket and the cord. Okay, so normally this would mount up in the lamp, and then this would screw on or something, and then this can screw on to that, and then the harp on top has its thing over here, but I'm not going to be using any of that stuff. I just needed a socket is really all I needed. I had plenty of cords, but I just couldn't get just a socket really, so this was the best bet. The cap of it comes off, and that leaves the rest of it. We'll take it apart while we're here, okay, to reveal the socket with 2 terminal screws, okay, which we'll get to later on, and the cord. So first thing we're going to do is get the cord settled. We're gonna, for lamp cord replacement only, see instructions before installing. Yeah, we don't need any of that. There's no instructions for this. Can this peel off? Yes. Excellent. So we don't need that anymore. So there's the cord. Oh, it's actually pre-stripped and pre-tinned. That's nice. Oh, that, guess I didn't need my wire cutters and strippers and all that other good stuff that I got here. So this is the base, and it used to have a 120 volt cord going through here, and then we have to feed it up top. So the way you do that, it was made in China, is to peel off this felt. Now, not all lamps you're going to be able to do this on if you're refurbishing one or anything like that. Sometimes the glue they use is just awful, and this one seems to be coming apart pretty well. Just like that. So we'll set that aside over there. And now we're going to feed the cord in through this hole. Get some slack on it, and then feed it through over here. But this is not a permanent thing. We have to pull it back out, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so I have the cord through. That's what it would look like, okay? And I have this much wire. That's more wire than I want. So we're going to pull that out. And I want to leave maybe around this much wire. That'll just sort of coil up in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark it on the inside and pull it out. I have to get a marker, so give me just a moment. Okay, so now we're going to take this and I'm going to mark it. What we're going to do is actually pull a little more through, because we're going to have to tie a knot here. And I'm going to put a mark kind of right there, just letting me know that that's as long as I would possibly ever need. And now we get to pull this back out. Now we're going to tie a knot down here. I'm going to feed a little more through my knot. I'll pull that out later. Okay. There we go. So now when I pull that, the knot fits right there. I didn't line up exactly to my mark, but that's okay. I can clean that up later. And now we're going to go ahead and feed this through. Now I think I already said that I have never done this before, but it's not exactly difficult either. Okay, and that has left us with this much wire, which should be pretty much just enough. Wire's already split and ready. See if that'll sit there. Yeah. We have to put this on. We'll leave it just right there. And then we're going to attach the wires. So let me go ahead and do that. These are just simple Phillips screws. So we'll just unscrew them and loop the wires around and tighten it back up, and I'll show you once that's done. Here's one other thing I wanted to show you. In order to hook this up properly, you have to know which wire is which. Some lamp cords are going to be marked with a stripe or printing or something. This one doesn't appear to be, but this side, you hear that? And if I flip it, you don't get the same sound. So there's little grooves. So you find the grooved end over here, and that's going to hook up to your hot terminal, which is the gold colored one. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and reassemble the socket. So that just sort of fits over that like that. And this just sort of caps on. And everything just pushes together. Kind of just like that. And that's it. We're all set. Now, the next thing is, how am I going to attach it in here? It's not the greatest fit, as you see. And all I'm going to do is just take some hot glue and put it all around in there, and that's how I figured to mount it, really. So I'm just waiting for my glue gun to heat up, and then we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, I got about one shot at making this right. So what I'm going to do is just put a lot of hot glue in here, all around. Just put a lot around in there. And now that that's done, we'll go ahead and stick this down in there till right about there. That looks good to me. Looks almost straight. Pretty good. Pretty good. And that's what it's going to look like. There's your switch, and that's all set. Beautiful. So now, back on the back end here, we'll pull the cord back down and pull this back, tuck the knot in, and then this will go sort of back in here. Just like that is fine. And then we'll go and put the base on. And there we are. There's the lamp. Here's the cord, nice and long. Get rid of my glue gun, because I don't need that anymore. Plug that in, no sparks, that's a good thing. And I have a light globe here. This is 150 watt. I think it's good. I'm not sure. It'll either just turn on or it won't. Bingo. Okay, now what do I do about a shade or anything like that? Well, that's going to be easy. I'm going to get one of those shades that sort of clips on top of the bulb. I have one upstairs that I'll get just to show you kind of what this will look like once it's completed. So let me go and get that. So it would look something like this. This is the wrong type of shade. And it's only got a small thing, maybe you can see it better this way, for like a candelabra style bulb. But it was handy. So that would sit maybe somewhere about here. And I'll get one that is a little bit larger. This happens to be just about the same size as the base here. So I'll get one that's a little bit larger than that. And that way it'll look a little bit more balanced. So let me see if I can get you a better shot of what this will look like. It'll look something like that when it's done, obviously with a little bit larger shade, because I think that's just a little bit too small for it. And that's about what it would look like. This would be a little bit higher, but I can't get that in the shot with arm's reach like that. So that's kind of what the lamp is going to look like. And that will complete this series on the grandma lamp. What I did with this fixture is not only did I fix both parts of it and made two separate things out of it, but I would also do exactly what my grandmother would do. Being that she grew up in the Depression, you saved everything and repurposed and reused and everything like that. So the base has been reused and turned into a lamp, and the other portion has been repaired and turned into a red spotlight for Club J. So that's it. There you go. If I do need to just straighten this out ever so slightly, there is a little bit of give in it, and I can also just heat this with a heat gun, and that'll probably melt the glue enough that I can move this. And there you go, the grandma lamp. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.